I was born about an hour outside of London, okay? Those who've been there, an hour outside of London, a little place called a hospital. Okay, you want to know where I'm from. I'm from a small village in the south, and it's sort of, when it's fully in, it doesn't touch the sides of London or Brighton. Picture that now? That's where my village is, yeah. And so I had a really fun upbringing because my mum and dad ran the village pub, okay, the village bar, and it was called she's nodding, I've been there, yeah. It was called the Red Lion, And I got my first job working in this pub. Now my first job was cool. It involved emptying glasses into my mouth. And I was really good at it too. And I used to be a glass half full kind of girl. Do you know what I mean? Like a glass half full. What I mean by that is, if that glass was full of beer and you just went to the toilet and you came back, there would just be half that beer. I would have drunk it. I used to love beer. But then I realised it's actually quite bad for you. Yeah. No. Beer especially. No. Let me explain why, my friend. Because beer is a bit like dating someone who's younger than you. When you drink beer, right? When you drink beer, you feel really young, right? But you look fucking old. I'm 25.
Thank you.
He's 12. You shouldn't be drinking at 12. It does age you, beer. But we love beer in England. And, there's a story behind why we drink so much beer in England. It may be the same story for Finland, I don't know. But the reason that we drink so much beer is that in the olden times, water was very dirty. So if you drank water, you'd probably get sick and shit yourself, okay? So then they said they brought beer out and they said we're going to make beer super cheap. So everyone started drinking beer. And when they started drinking beer, they got sick and they shot themselves. But they had a really good story to tell afterwards, didn't they? So it was worth it. Now I used to drink a lot of beer and a lot of everything actually, because I grew up in the 1990s. I know, I don't really know. I grew up in the 1990s, and for anyone who's been in the UK in that period, it was a fucking mess. There was just vomit everywhere, girls pissing in the street, because we had this crazy movement. I don't know if you remember this crazy movement, kind of a school of etiquette. It was called ladette culture. Girl power. You know girl power, right? Girl power, yeah, the Spice Girls. So girl power is basically, for the Gen Zers, girl power is feminism invented by a rugby player. It's mental. Okay, if you want to do girl power, what you do is Friday night, you put on your best dress, which ends here. You drink a bottle of wine with breakfast. Oh yes, you want to get in early. Then you go to your local nightclub, get in a fight, yeah. Vomit in your friend's handbag, and then you get a lift home with the police. Just a classic Friday night out for me in the local town. But it was funny, so I would be doing that every Friday night, but the rest of the week I was a super normal teenage girl. You know what I mean? I would be like nervous and kind of a little bit awkward, but also I had a filthy secret. Yes. 6 nights of the week, I was at home, in my bedroom, under the duvet with a torch, studying a book about cake. Yeah, I was writing a book about cake. I was into baking! Yeah. Okay, you weren't expecting that. I was really into baking. I like baking, I like cakes. I mean, I like sex as well. But put it this way, I was doing ginger nuts way before Ed Sheeran became popular. Yeah. And I had a few crushes. I had a few very embarrassing teenage crushes that, was never going to work out. For example, I mean, do you remember your first teenage crush?
Yeah.
Someone who was inappropriate? Yeah. Who was it, if I may ask?
What was again?
Who was your teenage crush?
Well, actually, my colleague from my class, I would say.
It was a colleague from your class, okay.
From the same age, but
Okay.
still.
Right, so it could be appropriate. It wasn't your teacher, right?
No.
Or were you the teacher?
No.